My name's Eoin Wrixon. I'm the General Manager at Carlton Screen Advertising. I'm with Carlton 6 years. Previous to that, I was with UTV, and before that, I was at the bank. Going through a process of change. We're nearing, at the moment, about 83% of the cinemas in the Republic of Ireland have digital projection systems. By the end of May, it'll be nearly 100%. And this is a movement from 35mm, which everybody is familiar with the old celluloid reels, to digital projection, which is having a massive impact on how we do our business, from timelines to flexibility to what we can offer clients. So at the moment, a lot of change. I mean, I think obviously the expansion of and the progression of digital and social media has challenged all of us, particularly with cinema. You know, we're about engagement, we're about impact. When people come to cinema, they're making a journey that started maybe 2 hours beforehand. We would say we're the ultimate engagement media, but what our biggest challenges at the moment are around fighting for that spend, ensuring that the value that we deliver, that what cinema is about, really is getting that cut through with agencies and with clients. And I'm happy to say, the message is being heard loud and clear. As I said initially, there's a lot of changes going on and a very bright future coming up, particularly the end of this year with full digital rollout of our network, which is going to have a big impact on how we trade. Up until about 3 or 4 years ago, the same projection systems were in cinemas that had been there for the last 20, 30 years. These old celluloid, you spool up the reel. Within the last 4 to 5 years, there's been massive change, and that technology, from an advertising perspective and from a projection, that's a move to digital. Within film itself, you're seeing, let's say, The Hobbit, big changes technologically there with move to higher frame rates. For the average person on the street, it basically means that the quality of the image that you're seeing in cinemas is becoming fine, a lot sharper. Big developments in sound. The move really from the cinemas and the product perspective is about creating a product that's more immersive. So that sound visually within the cinemas as well. You're seeing investment in seating and IMAX, 3D presentation. So it's about ensuring that the experience, when people are partnering with hard-earned money to go and see a film, that it's a quality engagement experience. A lot more immersive. I think the big things that are being developed at the moment, which are, if I'm to look at the product, so the frame rates, higher frame rates I was referring to, which is The Hobbit. If you look at what's been touched on with Avatar, if you merge the two of those together, so you're looking at kind of a much more immersive experience, much more engaged experience with audiences. We're seeing some of that's touched on now, but I'd see kind of whether it's with kind of the interaction with kind of phablets, tablets, smartphones, that element of things. I think a lot more live events. Cinemas now are really trying to, they're looking at, they are positioning themselves as entertainment venues, not purely within cinematic, kind of as being kind of distribution points for the big studios. So advertising, from our perspective, will, and is adapting to those changes. As I said, the sound is big elements of things. They've tried smell in a few places as well. So, as I said, an immersive experience, a much more engaged experience, and also touching on the, kind of the technological developments. I've been to a few shows where they had seats that moved when, that were in timed with the soundtrack. So that kind of element of things. Where do I see, if I'm to tell you, like Netflix, etc., they're always very big. They're always things that we got to be conscious of. But we would always say Netflix and that streaming and those channels have been in America for a long time. They've not really impacted on the box office in America. Cinema has its place. We're probably going to see releases in cinema for a lot shorter period of time, but a bigger mix of quality of films there. Quality and quantity of films, I think, and entertainment opportunities. From an advertising perspective, it's more, if I'm to be mercenary about it, more opportunities for clients and agencies. agencies like yourself to engage. snow in the winter and a hot summer, and not to get on the holidays. Look, I mean, that's it. I mean, that we kind of stop talking about the economy. That's what I would really love. If I'd know more about bills and bonds now than I ever needed or wanted to know about. A little bit more levity, I think, would do us all a world of good.